Hi, I'm Movie Man. I'm an octopus who reviews movies, and today's review is going to be on. So, the plot of It Lives Inside is basically this this girl named Samita, played by Megan Suri, has like a falling out with her friends Tamira, and when basically Tamira hands her this like cup, and she tells her that there's like this there's that it lives inside. Samita, in a fit of anger, she throws the cups around, causes it to break, and whatever it is that lives inside this little glass basically breaks out, and while the presence is never seen, it's very much there, and basically it starts to cause havoc in Samita's life. So I went to see It Lives Inside yesterday. Now this was a film which I've had my eye on for a short while now. I wasn't originally really planning on seeing this, believe it or not, because well, I wasn't sure, because it wasn't really a film I was planning to see, but I had seen a lot of reviews for it, and the reviews I had seen were very polarizing. Like, some people were generally quite enjoying it, and others not so much. Um, but what did I think of it personally? Yeah. I don't think this is an amazing film. Uh, but for what it is, I think it is definitely not a bad film. Um, First off, I'll say the cinematography in this film is actually really good. Like, I'm not gonna lie, there are some genuinely I think there's some really nice shots in the movie, and I like the way certain scenes are shot and everything. I think it honestly looks really nice. Uh, there also seems there's like this red color palette to the film. And I think it's very nice. I think it really gives the film its style. And all around, I think it just makes the film very nice to look at. So yeah. The cinematography in the film was very good. The editing in the movie was actually quite good as well. I thought the movie was edited well. Not some of the best editing I've ever seen, but it was good editing for what it was. So yeah, the editing in this movie was quite good. Then we have the pace in this film. Now, this is not a very long film, only being 100 minutes in length. So, yeah, I think, I think like the film, it does, yeah, I think it does a good enough job with its pace. Like, the film, like, despite it only being 100 minutes, the film kind of, it goes at this very kind of a slow pace. Like, I think this is definitely a very, like, slow paced movie. But I think it works well, and I didn't really mind the slow burn pacing. So the pacing in this film was quite good. Um, then we have the sounds and music. Now, what's interesting is that there's a lot of scenes in this, like, for how good majority of the film where there's, like, no music playing in the background. Like, I know it's that a few times during the film. But there is some music in it, and I think the soundtrack in this film is it's good enough. Not absolutely amazing, but I think it's solid enough. So yeah, I thought it was quite good. Then we have the characters. So for the main girl Samita, I thought now I'll be honest, she, like, there were a few scenes in this film, where she was honestly being a bit unlikable, like there's this, even in that scene where she like, throws the glass, like, to the ground and stuff and breaks because she doesn't believe what her friend is telling her. I'm gonna be honest. I found that scene, and I thought it was kind of a mean. I thought it was very mean spirited thing of her to do. Cause, like, from the way her friend was acting, I feel like I would be a lot more suspicious, and, I would kind of take in what she's saying. And yeah, yeah. So I thought that was honestly quite mean spirited of her, and of course that ultimately is what ends up, like, kickstarting the whole plot. So yeah, it was kind. I thought it was kind of stupid and quite mean spirited. And there were one or two scenes where she was admittedly quite mean. But for most of the film, I thought she was an okay main character. She's not like a great protagonist, but I thought she was all right. And Megan Suri, her performance wasn't amazing, but I thought she did a good enough job for what she was given. Um, we also and her friend Tamira. Like I mean she's not shot in the film too much, but for what she is in it, she's an okay character, and I think you definitely do quite feel bad for her. Samita's parents, I think her parents, they're all right. I think they're okay characters. Like the film focuses on them a bit, and like especially her mother, and like how her and like how Samita doesn't really she doesn't really want to live up to her heritage and everything, and there was a bit in the plot on that. And I thought the film did a good enough job with it. So yeah, I thought her parents were okay characters. She also has a boyfriend in the movie as well, and I think he's an alright character too. But it's like, with that being said, I feel like he wasn't really given that much to do in the film. And um yeah, like, and we also in this one we have Betty Gabriel, who like has a small role in this as like as a teacher. And she's in the film for like a bit of it, and like from what we see of her, I think she is a likable character, and I think Betty Gabriel does a good job in her role. However, with all that being said, though, the best character in this film by far is the demon or the monster itself, the Pishash. Um, like this, I mean, for most of the film, we don't see the Pishash. Like it's very much invisible, and of course, that's how it's meant to be. You're meant to keep your monster, lurking in the shadows, the Jaws rule. The film does a very good job in that aspect, because, like, the Pishash is genuinely a horrifying villain. Like, even when it's not there, you feel its presence. And, like, we do in the film's climax, we do actually get to see what the Pishash looks like, and without giving it away, I'm just gonna say it looks cool as hell. Like, I am not gonna lie. I don't know, like I think the way they made the creature look and everything, it looked genuinely really cool and quite terrifying. So I thought the characters in this movie were okay, but not great though. The best character in this movie by far was the Pishash. Um, then we have the plot of the movie. Now, it's like I think cause the Pishash is like, it's an actual creature from I think it's like Indian mythology and stuff. And I thought the film did a good job with like making a film out of this creature. Like I thought it had a good plot. Now something I didn't notice was that the plot of this movie was very similar to the plot of another horror movie from earlier this year. That film being The Boogeyman. I remember I went to see The Boogeyman back in June. It was an okay movie, not a great film, but it was alright. I'm not gonna lie, the plot of this film felt very similar to the plot of The Boogeyman in certain aspects. Like in terms of like how they're trying to figure out, what this thing is, going into a house and everything, and not to mention, like, in both films' climaxes, we get to see the monster itself. And when I saw my Pokemon review, I did not really like the look of the Pokemon when we actually got to see it. But here, though, when we got to see the monster itself, god damn, it looks so cool. Now, with that being said, I would say the Boogeyman did this a bit better, because I just thought the Boogeyman has a way more interesting and compelling lead. But nonetheless, like this, and both films were they had very slow burn pace, despite their short runtime. But nonetheless, I thought this film it still did an alright job with its plot. It wasn't amazing, but for adapting like the Pishosh onto film, I thought it did a well enough job. Now then for the narrative structure, now obviously the main plot of the movie is this girl, she's being haunted by the Pishosh and she's trying to, kind of figure out what it is, kind of how she can get rid of it and stuff. There's also, I guess, there's also a subplot in the film about, how she can't really accept her Indian heritage. And I thought the film, it did a well enough job, with that aspect. Now, yeah, I thought it was a good enough, plot and everything. And I felt like it was able to give the movie a bit of flair and not make it just way too similar to the Boogeyman. So yeah, overall, It Lives Inside is an okay movie. I thought it has like a good enough plot. With like how I like some of the subplots with the girl who accepts her Indian heritage. I really liked the cinematography, and when we did see the Pishosh in the third act, oh man, it looks so cool. Now, that's not saying it's a great film. I can kind of see why some people wouldn't like it very much because, as I said, the plot is very similar to the Boogeyman in certain aspects, and there's some scenes in it which are kind of, as I mentioned, are kind of very annoying. Like the scene where she just throws the things to the ground and stuff. So like I can kind of see why some people wouldn't like it. While I wouldn't call it a great film, I thought it was an okay movie. I think I think if you want to watch like a horror film with like a kind of a slow enough pace, I would say it's probably worth a watch. For those who are horror fans who are wondering to check this film out, I would probably say to probably give it a watch just for that third act when we see the Pishosh. However, this wouldn't really be a film that I would be like revisiting time and time again. This is just going to be probably a one time watch. But not this is one of the best horrors of the year, but I still thought it was an okay movie. Not great, but it was okay. So with that, I'm going to give It Lives Inside a 6 out of 10. So with that, I'll see you guys next time, and bye.